It's here, it's finally here. I have been looking forward to the Death Star DLC content since Battlefront came out. I've voiced my excitement in probably every single Battlefront video I've made. It's inevitable that a ton of people will comment in the comment section below saying that this DLC should have been in the main game at release. And they are right. It should have. But I'm not here to discuss the politics of video games or if I think the developers are holding back content for $1. This is a review of the Star Wars Battlefront Death Star DLC pack. So what do I think? First off, there are 3 game modes. You heard me correctly. 3 game modes. Blast, which, okay. Fighter Squadron, which I never play. You all know that flying isn't exactly what I care about in Battlefront. And then you have the new mode. It's called Battle Station. Battle Station is really cool in concept. Let me make it perfectly clear that I just plain and simply don't really like flying in this game. If you like flying, you'll probably enjoy this DLC. If you're like me and don't really get a kick out of flying, well, you might want to pass on this purchase. Like I said, Battle Station is cool in concept, but the execution leaves a lot to be desired. There are 3 different sections of a Battle Station match. In the first one, you have to fly around and take down some Star Destroyers if you're the rebels. The Empire has to defend. In the second section of the match, you're inside of the Death Star. If you're playing on the rebel team, you have to escort R2-D2 to the extraction point. This on-foot level has a tendency to be insanely short. Of course, the time you spend in this section all depends on how good the rebel team is, but even with fairly even matches, the rebels succeeded before the time ran out, well before you could even really enjoy this section of the match. And in the third section of the match, you're flying at close range around the Death Star and have to conduct trench runs in order to destroy it. Cool, right? Well, I've played a lot of Battle Station matches. A lot. The overwhelming majority of the time, at least for me, in my experience over the past day, the Empire wins the first section of the match, a huge majority of the time, which resets the match, and then you're just back to flying again in the first section. If the Empire wins, we don't get to go inside of the Death Star. Out of like 10 times playing a Battle Station match, I probably only got inside the Death Star twice. And hey, maybe they'll patch it and make it a little bit easier for the rebels to win, but as of right now, it's incredibly frustrating. Especially for someone like me who just wants to run and gun in the game. I can't tell you how many times I saw someone say, "Let the rebels win so we can go inside," up in the chat. The Empire team actually wanted to lose. The 3-section mode is a really cool idea. It is. It was actually fun the first few times I played it, but once the wow factor wore off, I was pretty much done. Like I said, Battle Station, cool concept, but it's not for me. And that is a huge bummer, because I was really looking forward to this game mode. It has a space battle, an interior battle, and then you're back to space battle. Yes, it's a really cool idea. Yes, it's really cool to fly in the trenches and feel like you're in the movie. It is really cool. It looks absolutely gorgeous, which is obligatory to say at this point. The sounds are incredible. I do not overlook the amazing fact that I'm flying an X-Wing in a Death Star trench. It's awesome, but this DLC is just not for me, and it sucks to say. But I might not ever go back to playing it. The Bespin DLC just has so much more to offer when it comes to my style of gameplay. So yeah, 3 game modes. 3 game modes. 3 game modes! It's ridiculous. Come on, toss in some cargo. How about droid run, sabotage, anything? Not just blast. Blast is my least favorite on-foot mode. I need an objective. Well, it wouldn't be canon if we just had a bunch of rebels running around planting bombs on the Death Star and blowing it up. Who cares? Who cares about canon? This is a multiplayer shooter set in the Star Wars universe. Just give me some fun shit. It is completely unacceptable that there are only 3 game modes. If it had cargo, I'd still have a desire to play it. If it had droid run, I'd still be playing it. Anything else, and I'd still have a desire to fire up this DLC. But nope, 3 motherfucking game modes. If you like flying, cool. You might enjoy this DLC, but I don't even think there's enough content here for even flying enthusiasts in Battlefront. The battle station mode is fun at first, but it's ultimately disappointing. It's a cool concept, I've said that a million times, but it's not for me. Blast is blast. Yeah, the maps are really neat, they look gorgeous of course, the details are fantastic. The trash compactor is there, you can visit the prisoner cell block. It's fun to see all that, of course it's fun to see all that, but Blast gets boring. I need an objective. Fighter Squadron. I'm not too sure why anyone would want to play Fighter Squadron in this DLC. 2/3 of the battle station mode is basically Fighter Squadron. Oh, and if I choose to play Blast, if I physically click on the word Blast, that means I just want to play Blast, right? That shouldn't mean that once a Blast match finishes, I migrate on over to Fighter Squadron or Battle Station, right? I want to play Blast. A Blast match goes quick. It's over super fast. And then I'm back to flying. I don't know, guys. I wouldn't recommend getting the Death Star DLC unless it's all heavily on sale or something. It looks really pretty, but there's no meat on these bones. I'm already over it. The Bespin DLC has been the best DLC pack so far in my opinion. It was actually the one that I was least looking forward to, but it's my favorite. And if you're wondering which DLC pack to individually purchase if you didn't buy the Season Pass, my recommendation would just be buy the Bespin DLC. So yeah, that's all I really have to say about the Death Star DLC. I don't know if they're planning on adding more stuff to the DLC. DLC to a DLC? I have no clue. It would be nice, you know, to get more than 3 game modes. Who knows? I mean, there are new star cards, but whatever. A new weapon, okay. What a bummer. You all know how much I was looking forward to this one. Oh well. I'm sure they have Battlefront 2 on their brain at this point. HelloGreedo.
Always with you, it cannot be done.